So the Dr. Cliff Show might be in trouble. Hey guys, welcome back to the DrCliffAuD vlog. This is vlog number 162, and today I want to talk to you about the Dr. Cliff Show, and it is not good news. But before I get into it, if you could do me a huge favor, click the like button, really helps out my channel. And if you are not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with notification bell so you get notified every single time I post one of these new videos. Okay, so with that out of the way, greatly appreciate it. Now let me just kind of give you a recap of my week. So last week, had family in town. It was great. On Sunday, they ended up leaving, got some content recorded. Really busy week, Monday through Wednesday, which was terrific. Get to the Wednesday afternoon time period, and we had the Dr. Cliff Show, because as you know, every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Arizona time, we do the Dr. Cliff Show live from our studio that is, 5 minutes away from my clinic. And it's me, Dr. Cook. We usually have Kelsey there answering questions. And there's been a problem with the Dr. Cliff Show. So first of all, the Dr. Cliff Show, to run it, is extremely expensive. It costs a lot of money to do each show, which is why we had sponsors help us with covering the costs of the show. And you have rent for that space, we have to pay for really fast internet, which is part of the big problem. And, we also have to pay for the production crew and all of that stuff. And there's also an opportunity cost that is lost because all of us leave the clinic at around 3 o'clock on Wednesday. So there's 2 hours there that we're not seeing patients. And if we were seeing patients, obviously we'd be generating revenue from doing so. So we basically give that up, and we're paying all this money, thousands upon thousands of dollars a month to run this show. With that said, when I started my YouTube channel, I started it with the intent of producing 2 videos a week every weekend for an entire year. That would give me about 100 videos. And I said that if nobody cared about the YouTube channel, I would just stop the YouTube channel. I would literally kill it off. I'd probably just leave the videos out there, but not make any more videos, and then get my weekends back. Well, as you know, the channel ended up growing, and it turned out to be worth it to continue to make videos. So for the past 5.5, almost 6 years now, I've been making videos on the YouTube channel. Well, I've always wanted to start a podcast channel, not a podcast channel, but a podcast, but a video podcast. Because when you think about the individuals who watch my video content, they typically want closed captions. So I didn't want to do just an audio podcast. I wanted to do a video podcast so they could at least have closed captions on the bottom of the screen. And so, right before COVID happened, this was early 2020, I was always thinking like, man, I really want to do a podcast. Maybe we do it, or a video podcast. Maybe we do it from the lower level of the house that I live in. Maybe we do it inside of the clinic. Maybe we rent another space. It's a really small space. And, I've kind of made some videos explaining like the process of how we were going about doing this video podcast. But it took us, 2+ years, about 2.5 years before we actually did the podcast. And, once I had Dr. Rachel Cook come into the clinic, I finally had the co-host that I needed to run the show. And so it wasn't very long after that we started the Dr. Cliff Show. And I think it was like in August of last year or September of last year. And and I knew that it was going to be a heavy expense, and I kind of wanted to be a higher level production. I wanted there to be quality content that we actually developed and put on the show, and had, nice, overlays and things like that, make it a lot visual appeal to it and not just audio appeal. And that's what we did. So I ended up getting a producer in there. We had a little rocky start going into it. And, my thought was like, if I'm going to commit to anything, I'm going to commit to anything for at least a year to see if anybody gives a crap about it. And, early on, I expected it to have bigger traction than what it really got. Now, the videos, when we do run them live, tend to get a couple thousand views within a week or two, which is not bad considering the niche that I work within, which is hearing loss, hearing aids, tinnitus, earwax. I mean, not that big of a demand for that type of content when you really think about it. So getting a few thousand views within a few weeks is pretty good, actually. And You know, we just kind of plugged along, got through the initial several episodes where there was kind of glitches and having audio issues with the hearing up providers that we were interviewing on the show. Ended up working through that, ended up becoming a pretty good segment, the hearing up segment. You know, always a little bit nervous anytime we bring a provider in for that segment because it's all virtual, but it ended up working out. Well, over the course of the past 3 weeks at this point, we've been having major issues with the live upload of the show. And you may have noticed, if you're someone who likes to watch the Dr. Cliff Show live and you go in and you tune into it and you're like, well, this sucks because all it's doing is buffering and I'm not actually able to get anything out of the show. What happens is that people leave and they're like, well, you know, this show obviously is not working and they may never come back. And then the people who are like, they're dedicated to the show, they come back week after week, and it's like, why is there no live show? And this has been happening for the past 3 weeks. And as soon as engagement starts to go down, people stop watching the content. I mean, it's not like my regular videos that are between 5 and 8 minutes long, where they go in really short and sweet, everything is concise, and you get a lot of information squeezed into a very short time period. The live show is about 45 minutes to an hour long, and while it is pretty, I would say, fast-paced and jam-packed with information inside of that window, because it's both me and Dr. Cook going over all of this information, it's very structured. We plan each episode really well. We have a rundown that we follow because we have certain things that we want to make sure that we talk about to create value for you guys, and we like to take that content and chop it into smaller form content and put it out elsewhere as well, like on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Facebook and all of that. But when the show is not live, what happens is, like I said, people stop engaging because they know that they cannot ask a question at the end of the show. There's a different dynamic that happens when something is live, and when it's recorded, people are much less likely to engage with it, and they're much less likely to sit through a 45-minute to an hour show if they can't interact with that show. Now, you're probably thinking, Cliff, there's news stations all the time that are running, like Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, CNBC. I don't care about your political biases whatsoever, but the point is that people tune into those shows, and they are maybe done live, maybe not done live, and there may or may not be a studio audience for any of these types of shows. Usually there's no studio audience for these shows, and people still watch them. Well, that's like global news, and they have like these followings of people who watch the content no matter what it is, and I don't have that. My channel is still relatively small in the grand scheme of things, and so if things don't go perfectly for the content that we want to create, it is much less likely to attract new viewers and to keep hold of existing viewers. And the problem is that we have not been able to identify exactly why we are not able to get these episodes out live. And we pay for an extremely expensive internet plan at that satellite office that we have that has all the studio spaces in it. And we pay that high dollar amount for internet because we need a really high upload speed. And, you know, download speed is one thing, but upload speed is a completely different thing. Download speed is any time that you're trying to consume something from the internet, and upload speed is every time that you're trying to upload something to the internet or put something onto the internet. So if we don't have a high enough upload speed of at least 10 megabytes per second, our show is not a smooth show. And we pay for a 20 megabyte upload speed, and if we run a speed test in the studio, it ends up showing between 20 and 22 megabytes per second at the 4 o'clock hour in the afternoon, which is when we run the show. And over the past 3 weeks, every time that we've been going live, the upload speed has been dropping to below 1 megabyte per second. And I think that our producer had mentioned that it was at like 0.3 megabytes per second, and we have no clue why that's happening. We had Cox Internet come into the studio yesterday, which was Friday for me, and they came in and said, yeah, we're not seeing anything wrong with the internet. I ended up going in yesterday as well to try to run a live show on on YouTube, and it ended up working. You may have even seen that when I went live yesterday or 2 days ago now for you, depending on when you're watching this vlog. And it ended up uploading seamlessly. But keep in mind that I did this probably at around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. When you start getting to 4 o'clock, a lot of people start jumping on the internet at the same time. And this is obviously a huge problem, because this means that we cannot upload a video live onto YouTube, Facebook, and WTSMTV.com. And if we can't upload live, then we lose viewership. If we lose viewership, then we lose sponsors. And if we lose sponsors, then we can't afford to keep the show going because it is so expensive to run. And so if we can't figure this problem out, and I do have my doubts about us being able to solve this problem, we may have to terminate the show and basically not do it anymore. I mean, if we can't have a high viewership, we can't go to our sponsors and with an ethical appeal to say, hey, we still need you to pay money for us to promote your products and services on the show, and we can't, we can't terminate those contracts and afford to keep the show going because it just does not have enough of a following. The juice is not worth the squeeze at that point. So if it came down to, because I'm pretty sure I even verbally committed to you guys that I would run the show for at least a year, so I'm willing to take a significant financial hit on the show to make sure that we go a full year, not just to finish out the sponsorship contracts. And if we can't get this figured out in the next week or two, I'm gonna have to call my sponsors and be like, hey guys, listen, here's the situation. We might have to terminate the sponsorship contracts because we're just not able to provide the value that we had expected to provide you with this. And then I'm just gonna have to foot the bill myself. And that would be a significant financial hit. I haven't told Ashley this yet. I just don't know. I just don't know how it's going to work if we can't be live on the show. I've been very lucky and fortunate that there's been as big of a following on my channel as that there has been up until this point. But when you're doing this different type of content, in my opinion, it really necessitates us to be live, to have engagement with viewers of the live show. And the thing that I probably like the most about the live show is the last 10 to 15 minutes where we're answering questions from the viewers. And if we lose that capacity to do that, it just kind of loses excitement for us at the same time, and it's just not enjoyable. So on top of it being expensive, if it's not enjoyable for us and it's not creating value for individuals who are watching it, then what the heck are we doing it for? So I will probably be keeping you guys posted over the course of the next couple of weeks, because like I said, if we can't get this all squared away, I don't know what we're gonna do. I think that Chris, our producer, is gonna be going in on Monday and Tuesday to try to set up a live feed to make sure that it's working. It worked when I ran it off of my laptop the other day. Cox Internet says that everything's fine with the technician who came out, but who knows? I mean, if this is something we can't solve, then it's literally something that we're just gonna probably drop. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like the show. If you haven't, started watching the show, at least check it out. We are able to upload the episodes a day or two later. They are big files that take us a long time to get captioned and all of that, but we are able to upload them after the fact because we do record them. But it would be much better, obviously, if we could go live with them. So if you haven't checked out our series, I think we did a six episode series on each major hearing aid brand and all the different devices and features and things like that they have. So go check that out. Leave some support on those videos. I think a couple of them are sitting at only a couple hundred views, and usually at this point they'd have a couple thousand views. So any viewership would be greatly appreciated. That being said, that is all for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have not yet hit the like button, go ahead and do that, and I will see you next week.